Come check out my new merch store on Society 6. Find the link in the description down below. Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Fire Emblem Three Hopes, and we're currently in Chapter 4 of Scarlet Blaze. So we have some support conversations, we've got some survey spots. Let's do it. A secret room buried under the battlefield. A stronghold that was captured in a previous battle. You found some hidden treasure within a crumbled wall. A little bit of gold. A civilian who was unharmed wants to thank you somehow.
Okay.
I owe you my life. Take this as a token of my gratitude. Okay, gift. And an abandoned house whose occupants cannot be located. It seems the residents fled somewhere. They left some useful items behind. So pretty much all of this stuff at this point is going to be able to be turned into, what's the word I'm looking for? Smithing stones. That's what I'm looking for. You've earned rewards for surveying the regions you've captured. Return to camp to claim them. Well, I don't think that's true this time, but...
Do you have a moment?
Truth be told, we don't have enough hands to help with the Army's less urgent
Would
tasks.
you do something for me?
We're asking around for volunteers, but I would greatly appreciate it if you pitched in as well. Go and visit the chore master when you want to volunteer. You got it. Let's go ahead and check out this support. Looks like it's between Shez and Edelgard. Got their C rank. I think we're gonna breeze through a lot of the supports in this one.
I don't believe I ever asked your feelings about this war.
Especially considering how, like, we have 8 activities every single month, which we would normally not have that many, so we're gonna breeze through some of this stuff.
On the surface, it must seem as though we took Fodlan's fragile piece in our hand and shattered it into 1,000 pieces.
300 years of relative peace. So yeah, I'd say that's true.
What, is it deep conversation time now? Where'd that come from?
It's merely that we've never discussed the matter, and you are in a fairly unique position amidst this all. I thought you might be able to provide some perspective on how an outsider views the actions Adrestia has taken.
I do like that I'm given the opportunity to not be a yes man to Edie, like everybody else is. Criticize.
Honestly, I think the whole thing's one big ugly mess. I mean, look at how many innocent lives it's costing us. Still, I know this wasn't just some spur-of-the-moment decision. You gave it a lot of thought, and this was the best path you could find forward.
Arguable.
So,
it's not.
Who really cares what little old me has to say?
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
It's like you said, I'm in a unique position here.
Meaning you would have answered differently were you not a mercenary.
Yeah. If I was a farmer, for example, I'd be hounding you day and night to end the war. Sure, you say you're gonna bring this bright and beautiful future, but am I really gonna suffer for years, maybe even decades, waiting for it? The stuff you're doing now, enlisting my farmhands, trampling my fields, destroying my crops, just doesn't make it worth the wait.
Also, you've been in charge for 2 years? Like, I want to know what all changed. And are your people incredibly happy with all of those changes? Those would be important questions to answer, wouldn't it?
But you know the toll it's taking on your people, yet you choose to press on with the war anyway. So you've got to have a good reason, right?
I'm assuming that I'm guessing we're supposed to assume that her changes have been received well in Adrestia.
Yes, of course. You certainly don't mince words. Is it the years of mercenary work that made you this way, or have you always been like this?
It's just who I am.
Pretty sure it's who I am. It was just me and my mom growing up, you see. We lived in a village, but for whatever reason, she liked to keep to herself. So, I guess it rubbed off on me. I learned pretty quick not to get attached.
Is that so? I would be interested to hear more.
Trust me, it's not as interesting as it sounds.
Who says it has to be? Interesting or not, I'll have you tell me one of these days.
If you say so. Just promise not to freak out when you realize how boring I am, okay?
Now, something that we have been toying around with in our minds from the last playthrough is the fact that Shez's adoptive mother who helped raise him could possibly be Edelgard's mom. We don't know, but I'm wondering if maybe we'll get more hints to either that being true or not true in this one.
Do I seem like the type of person to freak out about such a thing? Perhaps don't answer that.
Hey, if you don't want a truthful answer, don't ask the question, girl. Looks like maybe Edie has a little bit more dialogue up here. Let's go and talk to her real quick.
Greetings.
Our objective is Garrick Mach, the headquarters of our enemy. I know you were a student there, if only for a short while, but even if you feel some reservations, I need you to face this with everything you have. Do a little chest thumping.
Right on.
I was barely there long enough for it to register. Don't worry, I'll do what needs to be done. A reassuring attitude. Let's hope this battle goes a long way towards settling a great many things. I'm looking for volunteers to help around the camp. We all need to chip in to make life here as pleasant as possible.
Care to make yourself useful?
Alright, let's check
We all
something.
must do our fair share.
Who all does Monica have supports with? Shez, Hubert, Edie, and Dorothea? Okay, not with Yuritsa.
Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
Would you care to join me for tea once we're finished, Your Majesty?
That sounds lovely. Let's quicken our pace so we have more time to enjoy it.
You did it, Your Majesty. Unless you think I also partially did it, in which case, thank you.
What?
We did it together, and you were wonderful as usual. I always know who I can count on.
Yay!
I see you finished everything. Thanks so much. I bet you're tired after all that work. Why not take a break at the mess hall?
Oh,
Well, in that case, allow me to accompany you. I am feeling rather peckish myself. You have been a mercenary for quite some time, correct? Do you have any particular preferences when it comes to army meals? Say you usually make your own food?
what?
How fascinating. I absolutely must try one of your culinary creations. Worry not, the army has ingredients you can use. We provide food for everyone in the army here. Feel free to bring in ingredients and make your own meals.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Ferdinand and Lynn.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
No. Did you really? Oh, you did. This is my absolute favorite. Thank you.
For me? Really? Well, that's very kind of you. Let's eat it together.
Impressive.
I am astounded you cooked this extraordinary meal with those ingredients, and using such humble tools. It would be a lovely gesture if you cooked for the others as well. Exchanging gifts with trusted friends is quite wonderful, would you not agree?
By the way,
If I recall, you acquired some trinkets on the battlefield. Perhaps you could give them to someone as a gift. That's true. Maybe I should give something to Edelgard? Hello, Shez, can I help you?
That's very kind of you.
Well, that sure kept me busy. Maybe we should head out to the next battle soon. Okay, Shez and Linhardt looks like they got theirs. Let's go ahead and watch that.
Oh, hey. Looks like I'm not the first one to show up.
Hello there. No need to pay me any mind. I'll just be absorbed in my book here. I assume you've come to meet someone? As they've clearly not arrived yet, why don't you join me? Here.
Thanks. Hey, Linhardt, you're into all that spooky magic stuff, right? Like sorcery and crests and whatnot?
Yes? Why? Is there something you'd like to ask me?
Oh, no. I was just thinking it's kind of weird that you've never really been interested in my power.
Do you want me to be?
Answer sincerely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand it myself. But with you helping me, I might actually learn something. That and Hubert scared me half to death talking about how you might experiment on me. And just so we're clear, I'm not into that.
Uh-huh. Well, not everything piques my interest. Your circumstances simply do not.
Okay.
If you're not interested, then so be it. But is there any particular reason why?
Hard to say. Perhaps because a sword is the only thing you're able to manifest? Strictly speaking, I suppose your power does raise some questions. But that sinister weapon of yours, it just doesn't leave me all that interested in learning more.
Sinister, huh? That's one way to describe it.
Tell me, have you ever beheld one of the hero's relics? They also possess the most peculiar aura. And yet, there's something almost divine about the terror they instill. But your sword? It's cold. Maybe even inhuman. In more complex terms, it's little more than an inorganic, dispassionate construct. Not a hint of the goddess's divine guidance in its design.
Well then. Okay.
It's not as if you were able to choose what you manifested, right? It just came to you.
He has some strong feelings, I guess.
True, but what if I could turn it into something else and start manifesting different things? Would you be interested then?
Is such a thing possible? I would like to see that for myself, I must admit. In fact, I'd be quite excited by that. What a fascinating topic to lay at my feet.
Hedge a bit.
Hey, it was just a suggestion. I have no idea if I can actually do it.
But aren't you the one who brought it up?
Alright, we'll have to see where that progresses to. Okay, let's go ahead and get into another fight. Rescue Allied troops. While building a base, the Empire Armored Company was discovered by the Church's soldiers. Hurry to their rescue. Okay, rescue the mage and their allies. The mage, the armored knight, or the mercenary is routed. Okay, looks like we have bonuses now. So Ferdinand has one. Who has the other? Yuritsa?
So be it.
Okay, we don't really need two of you, but I think we'll be okay anyways. Looks like we need bows. That's right, Bernie. Okay, we'll bring in Bernie.
Me to go out there and fight
She has a
for
couple
you?
extra levels. One of the few times we'll actually be over-leveled compared to the enemy on hard mode, huh? And yeah, Edelgard. We need an axe.
Follow me, soldiers of the Empire.
Okay, you got a bunch of stuff that's gonna hurt you. You can take your Scythe of Sariel. I thought I was gonna have to miss the Spear of Assault, but we get to keep it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is gonna be wild. Oh yeah, we have Gradivis. It's a good weapon. But yeah, we're gonna let you just use your Scythe. Why the hell not? It's yours, man. No, that's our magic bow. Okay, and that one you can't use yet.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Conduct a rescue.
It's Birdie's time to shine. Sure hope this goes okay.
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of leave this to me.
Starting the mission. Is that an order?
Here I go. No, they must learn who they must quickly. This. We can ill afford any losses.
Maybe we should just run away?
I beg your assistance at once. I'm bringing it down.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
What next? All too easy.
Did you all see how marvelous I was? A rousing success.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
Wow, you schooled those guys quick.
Sure. Are you?
There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
Starting the is
You sure?
Let us begin.
I'm not afraid of you.
I face my comrades after this.
Tell me somebody saw that.
It worked.
There's not a question.
Go and get him real quick.
this work makes me want to take a break. It's Bernie's time! Sure hope this goes okay.
Leave. I am your man. There's not a leave this to me.
Here I go. Everyone,
Okay,
to
you
me.
go get that.
Advance.
Starting the
You
mission.
go down
Is
there.
that-
You have to take things from here.
There's not. My will is theirs.
Is bear witness. Starting the mission. Is that an order?
They must learn. I'll take over.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough. You may continue to rely on me. It's not over. Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
What next?
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
I can't believe that worked!
Okay, we got over the threshold.
It's Bernie's time to you need some backup?
Starting the mission. Is that...
Retreat!
That should suffice.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
What next? Rescue complete. Returning now.
Okay.
Death.
I will take. I need.
Who knew?
Might I borrow you?
I have another request for you, Shez.
Well, well.
Do you recall gathering materials in the last battle? We would like you to put them to good
Don't
use.
let me down.
I believe they can serve to further expand our facilities in this camp. The facilities master can assist you if you wish to expand a facility. Okay. We've got all of these maxed out already, so we are A-okay on this one. We're good to go.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
Looks like everything's done to me.
Let me know if I may be of further
You can
service.
survey the regions you've conquered to acquire materials for facility expansion. If you find yourself marching someplace new, make sure you do a survey once you've conquered it. Expanding our facilities like that'll make sure we're ready for whatever the next battle throws at us. Okay. You rescued some Imperial armored infantry. It is now possible to use the impregnable wall strategy. Thank you. We will do our best to repay the favor.
Yes.
Good thing we saved them. With the extra troops, we now have more strategic strategies at our disposal.
Could use the
I
help.
want to evacuate, but I don't have enough gold to cover the travel expenses. If you lend me a hand, I'm willing to give you something in return. That'll basically just turn into smithing items for us. Okay. Complete all side missions in this area. So we're going to go straight into this one, and then after we finish this one, we will try and clean up all of our activity points and whatnot. So, Eastern Garrick Mach. Prepare for the conquest of Garrick Mach. Clear a path for the conquest of Garrick Mach by defeating the Church of Saros army. Bullion and activity points. Okay, defeat the soldiers and other enemies.
Follow me, soldiers of the Empire.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have axes, spears, and tomes.
Follow me, soldiers of the Empire.
Put me in there and watch our enemies fly!
There's no stopping me.
I'm ready to be battling.
Let them witness our virtue firsthand.
Time to put...
Okay. Yeah, we want the mission briefings on. In fact, maybe we'll leave the level ups off, but leave mission briefings on. I think that's what I actually want. Yeah, I think that's what I want.
in the work!
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
So... Sure, let's try it!
Prepare to be amazed. I'm right here with you.
Begin. The Sky Spear. The sky came
Everyone.
swapping in. Do you want me to lay an ambush? You are mine! The enemy's stronghold will be ours.
You shall pay for this, you hear?
Begin.
Okay,
The
go after
Sky
that guy.
Spirit watches over me. They must. This place is becoming ours.
You know what they say about playing with fire. Here I go. No, they must learn who they're up against.
That was easy. About time!
So this is defeat. I'm sorry. How does that please you? We won't let this opportunity go to waste. We can overcome any hardship, including this one.
We've got an emergency! Send backup!
Okay, defeat the bandit and other enemies to rescue the monk.
Begin. The skies. A taste.
So, what should I be doing? Sure, let's try it.
They must
More bitter than blackest coffee.
There's no point in capturing the stronghold if we don't put it to good use.
I'm dragging the others down. A success was to be expected.
Oh, it's Sedith. I don't want to hurt Sedith. I love Sedith. One of my favorite characters in Three Houses.
Let us approach this.
Him and Flann are so good.
Retreat! I have finished with great success.
I'm coming, don't you worry. Oh my god, die.
The Sky Spirit watches over me. The sky. I'm swapping it.
How do you like me now?
Unfurl the flag.
God, it's so strong.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Okay, yep, we can go after him.
You have your back.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'll use this.
Rejoice! Victory is ours!
Oh, you...
I'm... No matter...
To think I still have...
On a roll. You rescued a scout who had completed their mission and gained information from them. I've collected plenty of information. I do hope that you find it useful.
I hear that, yes.
Yes, that information seems to be accurate. Now we can take the enemy by surprise. Okay, Blaze. You escorted refugees to a safe location and got some materials
I
in
see.
return. I owe you my life. Take this as a token of my gratitude. The merchant you rescued from a bandit attack would like to thank you with some goods. You saved my life. Feel free to take one of these as thanks. Okay. Well, we need to use all of these points.
Care to make yourself useful?
Probably should have spread this out.
Counting on you both.
Oh yeah, we've got this.
And you need me for this? Are you sure? We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful.
Who does Yuritsa have
We
supports
all
with?
must do our fair share.
Okay, Manuela.
Care to make yourself useful?
Are they compatible in anything? There we go. They can both take care of horses.
Counting on you.
Best keep those hopes of yours firmly planted in the dirt.
My sword is yours.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
I already forgot who she has supports with.
We all must do our fair share.
Okay, Hubert and Dorothea.
Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
I know this is for Her Majesty, but I wouldn't mind if it turned into a chance to outshine you.
Well, what better way to get results than a little healthy competition?
I don't know if it'll be healthy by the end of it. I think you two might end up killing each other.
I'm amazed we managed to get along well enough for our work to pass muster.
Indeed. I wouldn't be able to face Her Majesty with pride in my chest if we botched this task. We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
Let's get it done.
Leave it to me.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
You have not to worry about with m-
I will see it done speedily. We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Okay, well. We're probably just
We
better
all
off
must do
using
our fair
cooking.
share.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah,
This is the best! Let's eat!
Well, well. Should I be questioning your motives, or merely thanking you?
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
Oh, but this is just to die for. It's my favorite, really.
This is my favorite.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Okay.
Well, there's a face I'm not used to seeing on the training grounds. Something wrong, Hubert?
I have merely come to examine the equipment. I hear whispers that it is in quite the state. Further, my being here should come as no surprise. Her Majesty and I train in these grounds often.
Question if that's true.
No kidding. I don't think I've ever seen you two around here.
Naturally. We tend to pick times that allow us to avoid a crowd. In any case, if you do desire a session with either myself or Her Majesty, you only need ask. A mercenary with no backing such as yourself has much to gain by earning Lady Edelgard's favor.
I thought I already had.
Of course, we would not be without benefit. Your rise in standing would paint an ideal picture for our people.
How do you mean?
Many commoners crave progress, a path upward in life, and your example would prove that path exists. The common folk would never expect to see their emperor train alongside someone of your dubious origins. At least not outside the pages of a fairy tale.
Sulk a bit. He insulted us.
Dubious origins, huh? Yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
You're one to talk.
Even so, it feels good to think about using that to help lift people up.
On the other hand, your presence would also cause great turmoil amongst the elites of our society.
I don't know. According to Edie, she doesn't really care for the elites of your society, you know, keeping on doing their elites of the society thing. So I don't know why you're propping that up.
They may even despise you. A symbol of the ungrateful commoner, granted privilege well beyond their station.
What's your goal here, Yubi?
But hey, Dorothea's a commoner too. Why don't they hate her?
Dorothea is a famed former songstress, well esteemed in the upper echelons of society. Your situation is vastly different.
Right. Well, no point worrying about it if it's gonna happen no matter what.
Precisely. Things may yet change in the years ahead. But for now, all we can do is live with it.
Okay, well, he's not condoning it.
So, coddling the elites means the commoners end up oppressed, while hoisting commoners up only agitates the elites. Glad I'm not the one who has to rule the Empire. This whole thing sounds like a total mess.
A mess, indeed.
Okay, Shez and Ferdinand.
Ah, fiery as ever. What an inspiring sight.
It just pops up behind you like that? Oh my god. Be terrifying.
Oh, hey Ferdinand. Do you think so? The way I see it, a mercenary who doesn't train every day probably won't stay a merc for long.
I cannot dispute your logic. Though, I must say, you never did strike me as a typical mercenary. And your upward trajectory has proven me right. To go from nothing to a commander rivaling even the finest of nobles as quickly as you have is astounding. You are the most intriguing man.
Except without protest. Thank you.
Well, that's because I've made a habit of giving my all. I'm honestly just happy to have earned Edelgard's respect.
You're all, you say?
Something wrong?
To the contrary, I find your attitude inspirational. We are birds of a feather, you and I. Every task I undertake must also be done to utmost perfection. Polishing my armor? It shall have a mirror sheen. Cooking a meal? Let not even a single ingredient go to waste. True nobility means surmounting any challenge before you with no less than every fiber of your being.
That's taking it a little far, don't you think? Maybe you're not wasting food, but what about your time and energy? And I'm not any sort of noble, you know.
I am aghast. Are you suggesting that devoting myself fully to every endeavor is wasteful?
I mean, yeah. If you put your all into every little thing, you'll run out of stamina right when you need it most. You're like the knight in that proverb, the one who spends all day building a fence around his Pegasus, only for it to fly away.
Valuable advice for a Pegasus, perhaps, but I am no beast. I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Take the point, bro. This guy can't be serious.
It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone needs to take it easy sometimes.
Oh god, I love it.
If you always keep your bowstring taut, it's just gonna snap when you actually need to fire.
I assure you, I am no bowstring either. But I take your point. However, there is no cause for concern. As I have told you on multiple occasions, I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
You have told me on multiple occasions.
Whether I am resting, enjoying leisurely pursuits, or simply in contemplation, I always apply all my energy to the task at hand. At work or at rest, I will forever give it my all.
You should beat up your dad.
Seriously? What's full-on resting even look like?
Okay, Hubert and Monica got their C rank.
Oh, there you are, Hubert. I have been searching everywhere for you.
And to what end? Has Her Majesty summoned me?
Oh, she would never use me for a task like that. I just wanted to thank you, albeit reluctantly.
Reluctantly, huh?
I do not recall having done anything that would merit such a sincere display of gratitude.
Why reluctantly? What happened?
Well, you probably just saw it as part of your normal administrative duties. You fixed quite a big mistake in my last report before Her Majesty had the chance to look at it. I woke up in a panic when I realized what I had done. Imagine how mortified I was to see you'd already corrected everything.
Ah, yes. I may have done something of the sort. As Her Majesty's loyal servant, it is my duty to pare down the number of unnecessary matters which wander across her desk. I must say, I was surprised to see you make such a foolish and obvious error.
Called out.
Have you truly grown so lax, even as you style yourself the greatest of our Emperor's retainers?
Ouch, dude.
I'm aware of the mistake I made, but I would never dream of calling myself something like that. Well, perhaps I said it once or twice in the heat of the moment, but I never actually meant it. If anyone is Her Majesty's best retainer, it's you. And without House Vestra's say-so, I could never become one of her servants.
At present, I very much doubt you are fit to serve as Her Majesty's servant.
Excuse me?
It is true that I did not make a conscious choice to serve Her Majesty at first. Instead, I simply did it because my father decreed it must be so. But such bounds no longer define our relationship. I do not serve the Emperor. My loyalty is to Lady Edelgard, and her alone. I stand with her in a manner that goes beyond the bounds of ruler and servant. Do you understand this?
I want to be like that with Her Majesty as well.
Two simps simping.
But I am only the child of a baron, so I don't have excuses to linger in the palace all the time. I have to return to my family's estate once I've fulfilled my duties for the day, and I get summoned back to our territory often. I am not like you. I cannot just be at her side unless I have a good reason to be there.
Indeed. Hawk's territory is in the far west of the Empire. I surmise you have had to spend much of your time away from Enbar. Furthermore, you will be a baron one day. Your duties will prevent you from dedicating yourself solely to Her Majesty.
Exactly. Unlike you, I have an entire territory's worth of people to protect. But I still won't give up. Even from afar. No. Precisely because I'll be afar, there will be things I can do to protect Her Majesty. In fact, always being at her side might actually cause you to overlook threats from time to time. I may even serve Her Majesty in a way you never could.
That is a promising thought, Monica.
Yeah, those two are in love. Not with each other. They're both in love with Edie, but you know, you take my point. Caspar and Bernie.
And of course, I'm worried about those who struggle at combat.
Yes, we must do all we can to support them. I'll do my part to watch out for those who need help.
Thank you. We'll do this together.
Support people who struggle with combat, huh? If there's a more perfect job for me out there, I don't know what it is. You ready, Bernadetta? Let's go!
No! Why do I have to do this?
Why do you have to train, you mean?
It's not training, it's weird! This is torture and I'm gonna die!
True.
Hey, calm down. You'll only be fighting me.
You're lying! There are people hiding in this armor and they're gonna attack me, aren't they?
Why are they there?
That armor isn't big enough for a person to hide in.
You don't know that! I could absolutely hide inside one.
I mean, yeah, okay. You probably could.
See? I was right! Wait, this isn't the time for me to worry about that! The fact you're plotting against me is the issue here! Why do you hate me?
Look, Edelgard said we need to help people who struggle with fighting, all right? I'm just trying to put that into action.
Nah! You're gonna take me out with a surprise attack from the darkness! I know your game!
And how would I attack you from the darkness when we're standing in the middle of the training grounds in broad daylight? You think all these people walking by would see me try to murder you or whatever and just keep going?
No, they're watching me. I'm sure of it. Your arbor is staring at me. Nope, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going home to enjoy a life of freedom without my father.
What? You can't just run out on me here, Bernadetta. I mean, trying to detect people hidden in suits of armor. That's one of my father's traditional training drills. I don't know any other way to do it.
I don't need your lousy support, so just leave me alone!
Maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of thing.
Well, that was certainly something. Okay, Manuela and Yuritsa. Oh, whoops, it's not going to be super fast for us to go bottom up anymore, is it?
Well, if it isn't Yuritsa, what are you doing out here all by your lonesome? Come to think of it, You were always at the training grounds when we were at the Officers' Academy, too.
It was quiet there.
You don't say. Personally, I prefer somewhere I can kick back with a nice drink. Speaking of which, we should get one together sometime. I'm sure Hanneman would spare a moment to join us.
I don't drink.
Too bad. I thought it would be a good chance for us to get to know each other. By the way, I've been wondering, why were you always hiding behind that mask? A waste of a perfectly handsome face, if you ask me. I like you much better this way.
Careful, girl. He could murder you. In fact, he'd probably rather that than make out with you. It's just his nature, I think.
It's not worth discussion.
Oh. From what I've heard, you're probably a good few years younger than me.
Just her type.
Yet you're so mature. It's like you have this indescribable air of mystery. I bet there's some burning passion lurking beneath that icy exterior, longing for reprieve.
It's not the kind you're looking for.
I'm right, aren't I? It's in there somewhere, I just know it. Say, let's grab some drinks tonight and do nothing with them, because you don't like to drink. I know. Why don't we go out dancing instead?
She's trying so fucking hard and he's just dead in the eyes, dead in the soul. This poor girl.
I could not reveal my face.
And then, when the sun rises, we can... Oh, what was that about your face? Why you hide it? Why do you hide it?
He's like several thoughts behind in this conversation right now.
Some knew me to be a wanted criminal.
I find that hard to believe. Like they say, there are two sides to every story, right?
Yeah, and his is terrifying.
But what made you want to tell me? A moment ago, you blew me off with that broody, none of your business routine.
You would have kept talking if I didn't.
Wow.
Did I say something strange?
This shouldn't be working on you, Manuela. You need help.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to tease. I just think you're cute when you're flustered.
She needs help, dude. She knows how to pick them.
You've become quite the ladies' man. Just you wait. I don't give up that easily.
I'm telling you, girl, you really should.
Huh?
That was amazing. I fucking loved that. But girl, you are... Woo, you're asking for trouble. When do these guys get playable, huh? I hope it's not, like, locked to certain paths or something. Like, I get it. It wouldn't make sense for Rhea to be playable in this route, but, like, you gave me the option to purchase her. Where is she playable, huh? Maybe it's just after this chapter they'll unlock her or something. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, anyways. We got all those supports done. We're going to have to end this episode, but in the next one, we're going to start off by finishing up all of our training, and we'll probably maybe get some more supports once that's done, and then we're going to be going to the mission. So look forward to that in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, 7th Son, Ivan K, Len, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, and Jordan and Emily Hill. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.